NNRG.
Okay, so this one's a little interesting. So the game for today is Ghosts and Goblins Arcade. Now, from what I understand, because I had to go download this is technically sort of a, I don't know what you call it, like an update to the original release of Ghosts and Goblins on the C64. So basically, they've from what I understand, they've redone the graphics, and I think the music might be a little different as well. And I'm also believe they added in levels that were omitted from the original C64 release. So yeah, it's basically like an updated version of the original C64 port of Ghosts and Goblins. So let's see how it goes. Got a disk file here, so loading that one up. And because this was a, I think 2015 release, we're not going to see any cracking intros this time around. Although we are going to see the loading lines. Oh, it's already into it. I only had to break for like a couple seconds there. So yeah, apparently this is like a totally redone title screen to be more accurate to the graphics of the original arcade release. Although, I noticed the Capcom logo is nowhere to be seen here. And I think Elite was the company that made the original one. So, anyways, do I just hit a button? Oh, there we go. Nostalgia is proud to present Ghosts and Goblins Arcade. Oh, and apparently each level has its own unique tune now as well. Which, okay, so that makes sense. So yeah, it's basically taking the original C64 port and making it as close to arcade accurate as is possible for a Commodore 64 game. I don't think I'm gonna need to read the docs. Well, maybe there'll be some interesting story tidbits in here, so let's give it a read anyways. Because Ghosts and Goblins, like, I've played the NES version, I've never played the arcade version, but from what I understand, they're very similar to each other. Except for the fact I think the arcade version's even harder. Ghosts and Goblins Arcade, oh yeah, there's some story here. The princess of a certain peaceful country, we're not going to say which, is abducted to Hades by Satan. As it happens, Arthur, the knight who loves her, leaves to rescue her. However, to reach Hades and rescue the princess, Arthur must pass through 6 gates guarded by evil demons to finally engage in hand-to-hand combat with Astaroth himself. What about Satan? I thought it was Satan who kidnapped her. Where was I? Of course, there are a variety of evil enemies attacking between the gates, but Arthur has access to 5 kinds of weapons, which, if memory serves, are javelin, knife, torch, axe, and shield. 5 kinds of weapons which he uses skillfully to destroy the attacking demons and advancing into Hades. Arthur needs your help to rescue Princess Prin and escape from Hades. So, ready to test your skills? And then everybody who played this game died within like the first 5 minutes. Oh yeah, it even has the weapons listed here. The axe also forms an Arcwind throne, and the shield flies a short distance but applies twice the damage. I don't remember the shield being like that, but okay, if they decided to make the shield a double damage weapon, I'm okay with that. Oh, but we got some bonuses here. Money bags, stone soldiers, and flashing amulets for points, and armor to get your armor back. Okay, it's good to know, because generally speaking, you don't really need points in this game. I don't know if you get extra lives with... Well, it might say somewhere in the documents, I'll look, but I don't think you get extra lives from points in this game. Although it is neat here that these documents are actually showing animated sprites for the actual enemies here. Interesting how it's calling these enemies here the Red Aramers. Is that like their original name or something? Because I always knew them as like the Red Devils. But, well, or Red Demons? I don't know if it's demon or devil. The thing is that they're technically gargoyles, okay? Because you go look through all the different lore that Capcom put together, and you come across the Gargoyles Quest games, where you're playing as those monsters. So... are they gargoyles? Are they demons? Are they devils? Are they Aramers? I don't even know what an Aramer is. But apparently the demons are still unicorns. I mean, they get that name because they have a single horn on their head. Or at least they're supposed to. These ones don't. These ones look more like they have like a big pulsing red thing on their head instead of a horn. Yeah, what do I know? Yeah, there's Satan right there. He's just a big sort of gargoyle thing. Just with big flashing wings. But yet, if we go to the next page, there's Astaroth. So Satan takes orders from Astaroth. That's some interesting lore right there. Okay, and I reached the end of the documents there. So let's get out of here. Actually, how do I get out of here? There we go. So, oh wait, that just put us back to the basic prompt. Okay, give me a second. Okay, back here again. So start. And this time we'll actually play the game, because that's what we're here for. Okay, it did something to the title screen. Still got the loading bars. Oh, there we go. Oh, so we got a start game, we've got some trainers, we've got... Oh, we can actually play the original version of the game. So we don't have to play the arcade enhanced version. Interesting. And we got the trainers here. So... Normally I don't go for the trainers when playing these games, but let's be real here. This is Ghosts and Goblins. Let's put the unlimited lives on, just for the sake of being able to play the game as intended and being able to see more than just the first half of the first level, because this game is brutal. At least it was on the NES, and I somehow doubt the C64 version is going to be any different. Okay, so start game. It's doing some more loading, got some more loading bars. Oh, and we're already to the title screen. Okay, like the loading times here have been pretty quick actually. So, okay, hit the button, it auto... well, it goes to more... Yeah, see, that was very fast loading. And there's Satan stealing the princess, so... Oh, we already got control. Okay, well this seems pretty straightforward. Left, right, button to shoot. Can only have one shot in the air at a time, it looks like. Up is jump, pretty typical. And then, like, unless this game's doing something weird, that should be all the controls. Because Ghosts and Goblins is not a complicated game. Okay, that thing up there is shooting, so that's gonna make Ow. That's gonna make things interesting. As in, deadly. Oh, it does have the map. Well, that's interesting, because it didn't show the map here when we started playing. And I guess... Oh, that enemy dropped a javelin. Okay, I already got the javelin, so it's not that big a deal, but... dealing with that shooting enemy is going to be interesting. Oh, I did hit it, though. Okay. So yeah, the way it works in Ghosts and Goblins is pretty simple. You get 2 hits. You take the first hit, your armor goes away. You take the second hit... well, you kinda die. So, got another one of those shooting things. Just gonna try to avoid it. Jeez, those shooting things actually have deadly accurate shots. I guess maybe we should be taking them out. And got some more zombies down below. We'll wait them out. Okay, moving on. We got some money there. Oh, there's the... What? Yeah, there's the... I already forgot the name. I could call them the red gargoyles, because that's how I know them. Okay, this game... Yeah, it is hard. Okay, let's try to not... That was fast. Okay, I'm just gonna move on so that that thing doesn't shoot me right away. Oh, wow. Okay, I did not expect to take the gargoyle out that quickly. I guess the trick is, if you know when it's coming, then you can get a couple shots in before too long. Okay, so moving on to the... What? Why would you do that? It put the next screen, like, there's a jump right here, right on the next screen. Like, if you don't know that's coming, you're just gonna walk into the water and die. Whose bright idea was that? Okay, we got these shielded ghosts, which can only be hit from their backside. But they move in such a pattern that they're pretty easy to dodge, all things considered. And then I think we got these things coming up here. They shoot, like, lasers, I think. Ghost lasers. That one just dropped money. Ooh, what's this one gonna... never mind. I mean, at least the continue points are fairly generous. I mean, they were in the original games too, it's just because you die so often, you would burn through your lives, and then, well, you have to put in some more quarters to keep playing. Okay, moving on. I'd like to get this... kill this one if I could, but... yeah, even the simplest enemies are so dangerous and deadly in this game. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like the torch weapon is working way better than it normally would. Because it's moving, like, super fast. Not that it's helping me, but... although, realistically, the weapon you kind of want the most is the knife, just by nature of the fact that it moves fast, and it goes across the whole screen real quick. It's really easy to aim, and because of the whole nature of how many shots you can have in the air at a time, it's just... you want a weapon that goes fast so you can get more shots off. Okay, let's see if we can finally get past this section. Oh, what was that? I, like, hit the very corner, it, like, stopped me in the air, as if I had made the jump successfully, and then I just fell straight down. Okay, you know what? Maybe we'll go for a different weapon that got dropped off the bottom of the screen. Like, I mean, it wasn't necessarily gonna be a weapon, but I'm kinda getting a little disenfranchised with this torch now. Because it doesn't clear the entire distance of the screen, and it's making it hard to deal with that plant there that keeps shooting at me. Okay, making some progress now. Still got more of these things to deal with, though. It seems like the way it works is that there's a particular spawn point for them. Oh, I got my armor back. Oh, I think we're gonna fight a boss now? Yes, it's the unicorn. And I only got like 1 or 2 shots on it. Okay, hopefully we're doing... it seems like we're close. Yeah, because there's the armor pickup that we got before. So it looks like we're doing this boss with the torch weapon. Hopefully this works out. Oh, what, that hit me? Okay, that's a little annoying. I'm trying to I'm looking at the boss's pattern there. I'm trying to figure out, like, if it's even possible to dodge it properly. Maybe dodge the armor, because maybe the armor will be... yes, the armor does stay on screen. Okay. So that way I can actually go get myself an extra hit there. Okay, let's get to the... whoops. Oh boy. This is gonna be a heck of a boss fight, isn't it? And this is why I turned the unlimited lives on, because I knew this nonsense was gonna happen. I guess getting another torch doesn't really help us, but... okay, dodge the armor for now, because don't need armor when I've already got... okay, now I need it. Okay, let's see if we can actually take this guy on properly now. Okay, so the boss, we are able to get under the boss without getting hit. So I think a part of succeeding is going to be based on manipulating the boss's position in such a way that we don't get hit by it when he's jumping around. Maybe? Let's try to put theory to practice. So we're gonna get close in. And then we'll just... yeah, that actually worked. So yeah, have the boss jump around us as we dodge and stay close, so that way it doesn't seem to want to attack. Or its shots just aren't going to go where it needs to go for us to die from them. I don't know, but that didn't actually take that many hits. I seem to remember that boss takes a lot more hits than that, at least in the NES version. And yeah, it seems like we do have some different music now. And, oh, we got the knife. Excellent. Yeah, the knife move goes way faster. Yeah, the music now is much more reminiscent of the NES version. Although with the sort of, the SID chip enhancements applied to it. Okay, yeah, this seems to be a running problem with this port of the game, is that you frequently just don't make jumps. Because it seems like the edges of these platforms are just very unforgiving. Like right here, it seems like I should be able to... Well, not do that. But yeah, right here, it seems like this should be an easy jump to make, and yet I can't. Okay, so let's go down here, drop one, and then make the jump. Okay, that works. Yeah, I was having trouble getting past that part. Oh wait, where do we go now? What? Oh, wait, we can actually jump up these platforms here. That kinda doesn't make a lot of sense. Like, I'm not complaining, but it is a little weird. But yeah, so it seems we go down here, come across this way, and then we just jump straight up. And that seems to work? Okay, so if we go up here now, this jump we can make for sure, and then one giant leap of faith, and then we got these platforms, jump from there. Okay, now we're on to the next section of this level here. And I remember these things from the NES version coming out of the windows. Although they seem to be behaving a little more here than they did in the NES game. Still a lot of them, though. And I failed to jump there. That should have been the easiest jump in the world. It just, nope, walks straight off into the water. You know what? Just follow along behind me. I failed to make that jump. The problem is that you don't... Your actual hitbox for colliding with the ground is not generous. The moment the middle of your body goes off the edge, you drop straight down. Okay, that wasn't very fair. So, can we actually destroy this thing before it gets to us? Yes, we can. I just needed to shoot faster. Oh, but we can't grab the ladder midair. Forgot about that. This is not Mega Man. Arthur here is not capable of grabbing ladders while he's in the middle of a jump. So we want to go up, get some hits in, go back down, and then go back up. Okay, that deals with these things. Okay, so we seem to be doing okay now. I think we want to actually go down at one point. You don't want to stay up top. Well, it doesn't seem to matter here. Guess we're just gonna go down then. Up. Wait. Okay, this one actually shoots sideways. That's kind of annoying. Okay, got through those things. And now we got the platforms. Although these platforms are not too bad. It's the birds you gotta deal with. Because the birds just knock you out. Although we continue right here. Perfect. So the game's being a little more generous than I would have expected. Just a little more. Wow, these platforms are going really high up now. I wonder what that was about. Yeah, when you're standing on them, they just go super high. But, you still don't want to fall, because that's bad. By the way, I thought of putting in like a death counter for this video, except for the fact that I'm cutting out a number of deaths. So the actual death count is probably a lot higher than what you're seeing on screen. Although you can certainly add that one to the pile. Okay, I think I'm almost through the platforms. Should be... Okay, one more section here. But it looks like we got a really big jump to make, so... We'll follow this to the top, go make the big jump. Okay, boss time again. And, oh, there's two of them. Okay, you know what, that's fine. Managed to just boost through it thanks to that extra armor. Okay, so we actually cleared the first couple levels. Granted, with unlimited lives, because that wouldn't have happened otherwise. I guess one thing I should point out is that other than the fact that the collision detection for walking on and off of platforms is kinda not that good, everything else is pretty solid. Like, the controls are very responsive, climbing up ladders is not that difficult, jumping is, well, it's sensitive because, you know, you gotta use up to jump, but, I mean, it works as expected. Oh, we got another one of the devils. And it's already taken me out. Oh, we spawn right here, so we automatically get another shot at it. Although, that doesn't really help. This one's gonna be tricky because all the other stuff in the area. We got the bats up above. How about if we just scroll it off screen? Deal with the bats first. Then get a shot going. Oh wait, that might have reset it. Oh, we can do it, but we gotta back up first, just so it doesn't totally nail us. Okay, and then get a jumping shot in. See if we can do this. There we go. Although I think there's more of them on this staircase, so gonna be a little careful. I say how I say we need to be a little careful, and then I die to some ice type tower thing that just shoots some random shot. Like, it wasn't even that threatening. Like, I don't know when it's vulnerable. Or, never mind, it's already gone. Okay, next screw it up. Oh, dang it. There's too many respawns. Like, I mean, I know, Ghosts and Goblins in a nutshell, but still. We've got another one of these gargoyles to deal with. And the gargoyle one. I mean, one thing I will note here is that the gargoyles at least seem to have a pattern to them in terms of their movement and firing here in this version. Because I seem to remember in the NES game, they didn't really have much of a pattern to their movement. So it was very difficult to predict where they were going to go or what they were going to do. Okay, making some progress. We got more of these things floating around. Let's do a big jump just in case. Okay, that was a bad idea. Let's just run away. That was also a bad idea. Okay, we know we've got another one of these gargoyles over here. Yeah, so long as the gargoyle is moving up and... When the gargoyle starts moving up and down above you, so long as you're not directly beneath it, you're pretty safe. But that's only presuming that you started at a higher elevation. So yeah, there's definitely... That thing was off screen and it still took a shot at... Okay, that one was on screen. I have no excuse for that one. So yeah, there's definitely some tricks for surviving the red gargoyles in this game. If anything, I think these floating ghost-type things are like my bane in this particular version. In the NES version, they weren't a problem, but here, they're just so many of them. They spawn so often, they move around so much, in patterns where you're not quite sure if they're going to follow you or not. I kind of prefer fighting the gargoyles as opposed to those ghosts. Okay, just drop straight down, and that way you don't get hit by the gargoyle. Then you just take it out with 3 quick shots, make a jump over here, and then 1 big jump to avoid the pit. Okay, we're still alive. Oh. And now we got a boss. And I wasn't prepared for the dragon. Oh, at least we spawn here. Immediately in the path of a fireball attack. Okay, so this time, let's just go straight across there. And just start attacking the dragon, but dying instead. Okay, we got our armor this time, so maybe the dragon will be doable. So let's get some shots in. Make sure we jump when it shoots so that its shot misses us. And there we go. Okay, I actually made it through the 3rd level of Ghosts and Goblins. Granted, unlimited lives, but then, you know, NES version has unlimited continues. And in the arcade, you just plop in more quarters. I think I would have spent like $10 on this game by now if this was an actual arcade game. And here we are in the 4th level, and I think I'm going to call it here, because we've got a pretty good idea of how this is playing. And this is actually playing really well. It's still very difficult, but you know, it pretty much plays exactly as I would expect it to. In fact, the level design itself seems very reminiscent of the NES version, which I think is very similar to the arcade game. I think in the arcade game, you have to fight one of the red gargoyles very early in the 1st level, whereas here it seems like it's a little later in. I could be wrong about that, because I've never actually played the arcade one. I've only ever seen it, so I'm not sure. But yeah, Ghosts of Goblins Arcade for the Commodore 64, modern revision of the original 86 game, or 85? 85, 86, something like that. And yeah, it plays extremely well. So if you're a fan of the game, definitely check this one out.